Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about the weather, and not just any weather, but specifically winter weather here in northern Arizona. So if you've ever wondered, how cold does it get in Flagstaff in the winter, or how cold does it get in Sedona, stay tuned, because today I'm going to talk about all things weather in northern Arizona. Channel is Living in Northern Arizona, where I'll teach you everything there is to know about living in the northern half of the beautiful state of Arizona. I post videos on this very topic every single week on my channel, so if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and consider coming back next week when I will post a brand new video. My name is Dawn Dickinson. I live in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, and I sell real estate in Sedona, Verde Valley, Prescott, Flagstaff. So you ever have a question about northern Arizona real estate, do what many other people have done. Go to the description below and you'll have my contact information where you could send me a call, text, email, or go to my website and schedule a Zoom call or a phone call, and we can talk all about northern Arizona real estate. But stay tuned, I'm going to talk to you about northern Arizona weather. Okay, I am going to start with Flagstaff. I consider Flagstaff the heart of northern Arizona. The elevation in Flagstaff is just above 6,900 foot above sea level, so it does get kind of cold in the wintertime. Actually has most snowfall in all of Arizona comes in Flagstaff, with 81 average snowfall inches every single year, about 21 inches of rain, but by far Flagstaff has more snow fallen in the winter, or actually annually. That's an annualized number, 81 inches, which falls over mostly November, December, January, February. So if you are afraid of snow, that might not be a good thing for you. And when I talk about Flagstaff, I'm going to also be considering Williams, Munns Park, Mormon Lake. Those areas are very close to Flagstaff and they have similar elevation. Munns Park probably lowest 6,600 foot above Flagstaff, and Mormon Lake, where I used to live, 7,200 foot above sea level. So the temperatures I'm quoting you for Flagstaff area are going to be very similar in Williams Parks, Munns Park, Mormon Lake, and Flagstaff. So yes, chilly in the wintertime. In fact, the average low in the wintertime in Flagstaff is about 14 degrees. The average high in the mid 40s, about 44 degrees. This is usually occurring in January, although from my recollection, even though it's not maybe as cold in February, there seems to be a lot of snowfall in February. So January, February, very cold months. December also very cold. And it seems to me from the past, the coldest time of year is like after Christmas into January, where the nighttime low is often in the teens, but usually does not get below 4 degrees Fahrenheit in Flagstaff. However, the record low temperature is 30 degrees below zero. That happened in January 1937. So Flagstaff, the first town in my northern Arizona weather report, very cold in wintertime, and the average low 14 degrees, average snowfall of the year 81 inches of snow falling annually in Flagstaff. So the next town on my list is Sedona. Sedona does get cold in the winter time. We are at 4,364 feet above sea level, so that does put you at a pretty high altitude. We get about 23 inches of rain per year and 11 inches of snow, and of course most of that snow falls over November, December, January, and February. 11 inches of snow, so a snowstorm could blow in, it will drop 2-3 inches of snow, and it'll sit on the ground for a day or two, and then it's gone. You'll have a beautiful winter wonderland here in Sedona. So the average low temperature in Sedona is about 27 degrees, and the average high during the day, you go outside, it's kind of nice outside, probably low 50s, 52, 53 degrees. So Sedona, even though it does get cold in the wintertime and we do get snow, even though 11 inches of snow per year seems like a lot, but it's really not that bad. The winters are not bad. It does get chilly, but I do like the winters here in Sedona. So just south of Sedona is Verde Valley, and Verde Valley consists of Cottonwood, Cornville, Camp Verde, Clarkdale, and Rimrock. I'm going to give you stats for Cottonwood because they're all right there together, and Cottonwood is the biggest area with data reporting. So Cottonwood is about 3,300 foot above sea level in elevation, gets an average of 14 inches of rain and maybe 1 inch of snow. So Verde Valley doesn't get a lot of snow, but it will occasionally snow, and then it usually is gone the next day. So you get some snow in Verde Valley, but not a whole lot. Average low temperature in Verde Valley in winter is about 26, 27 degrees, so in the high 20s, and the average high temperature in winter is about 60. So it's kind of mild winter in Verde Valley, same thing in Sedona, but it does get a little bit cold and you will have some of those chilly nights in the middle of January. So next I'm going to take you to Prescott and Prescott Valley. Now I know some people make fun of the way I say Prescott because some people here in Arizona say Prescott, and even though I have lived in Arizona most of my life, I say Prescott most of the time. I say coffee too. That's not an Arizona dialect, but hey, that's what comes out of my mouth. So Prescott, Prescott Valley. Prescott is 5,374 feet above sea level. Prescott Valley slightly lower at 5,026 feet above sea level, and the January lows seem to get in the mid-20s, 24, 25 degrees, low wintertime average, and the high wintertime probably low 50s, like 52 degrees. We do get snow in Prescott, probably about 13 inches annually, so more snow in Prescott than in Sedona, and rain about 16 inches annual in Prescott Valley. So nice, again, nice temperature, not too cold in wintertime, but it does get cold. If you're afraid of snow, you're not going to escape it going to Prescott. Next, I'm going to take you to PAYSON, Pine, Strawberry. So I say it in that direction because if you're driving north from Phoenix, you hit PAYSON first. PAYSON most populated, and then you get to Pine and Strawberry, where those two towns are more cabin type towns, like second home, vacation home towns, but PAYSON people actually live in PAYSON. PAYSON is 4,890 feet above sea level. Pine 5,367 above sea level, and Strawberry 5,800 feet above sea level. So you are actually climbing. If you go through PAYSON first, then Pine, you'll get more trees and denser trees. As you go north towards Strawberry, you're going to get a little colder towards Strawberry, a little more snow towards Strawberry, but the average January temperature in PAYSON, 25 degrees, and the average high about 54 degrees. Now, the rainfall in PAYSON about 22 inches a year, and in the snowfall in PAYSON is about 15 inches, but now if you go just a little north and make it all the way to Pine, snowfall increases to 21 inches. So Pine, PAYSON, Strawberry about the 5,000 foot mark, and that's why it does get pretty cold there in the wintertime, and from 15 to 22 inches average in the area of snowfall. All right, next we're going to be going more towards the eastern part of the state at HEBER-OVERGARD, where the elevation there is 6,627 feet. So 6,627 feet above sea level, kind of high in the mountains again. You have rain each year averaging about 17 inches and snow about 28 inches of snow in HEBER-OVERGARD. So yes, it does get cold there. January low temperatures in the low 20s averaging, and the January high temperature about mid 40s, 46 degrees or so in HEBER-OVERGARD. So yes, it does get cold over there because it's still a mountain town. Now I'm going to take you on the other side, on the west side border, Lake Havasu City. So Lake Havasu City, very low elevation, 738 foot above sea level. So it is warm in Lake Havasu City, even warmer than Phoenix. The rainfall for the year is only 5 inches. It's like desert, and no snow. So if you're afraid of snow, Lake Havasu City might be the place for you. January low temperature is only 42 degrees, and the highs in January is 65 degrees. Now remember, Lake Havasu City, I know we're talking about winter weather, but the record high temperature in Lake Havasu City is 128 degrees. So imagine a town that got once to 128 degrees, record high, does not get very cold in the wintertime. So if you would like a warm temperature, but you don't want the massive crowds of Phoenix, Lake Havasu City could be a good place for you. Now the last town I'm going to cover in this video is Page, Arizona. Now Page, Arizona is famous because it's right by Lake Powell, one of the most beautiful lakes in the entire United States. Even though the water level right now is very low, Page is on the Arizona-Utah border, and the elevation there is 4,350 feet above sea level. So 8 inches of rain a year, and it does get up to 2 inches of snow over a year. So not entirely void of snowfall, but very, very little snow in Page, Arizona. The average low temperature about 27 degrees and the average high about 44 degrees. Page is someplace that you might want to consider buying a second home, although people do live there. Big draw is Lake Powell, so pretty much everything goes on in Page has to do with Lake Powell, and Lake Powell, again, a beautiful place. I love Page just because I love Lake Powell, and that's it. That's my weather report for Northern Arizona in winter. Arizona winter weather. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please hit the thumbs up. My name's Dawn Dickinson, the channel Living in Northern Arizona, where I'll teach you everything there is to know about either living in the northern half of the state or just buying a vacation home up here, because a lot of people do that. It's a great place to have a second home. Again, if you have any interest in talking about real estate, my contact information is always in the description below, and you can give me a call, email, text, because I love to talk real estate. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you back here again next week.